Hey, welcome to the Wolverines.
Hey
guys. Hey. Yeah, it's
hey
I
guys.
forgot to put season it is. It's season 9 episode. I didn't put in the title. I am such a slacker. What episode are we on? What day is today?
10?
It's 12. 12.
Okay.
12. Yeah, 12.
Today's
12.
8.
Today's what?
8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay. Episode
Hey,
12
what?
of season 9.
It's Ronan's 8th birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
No more booster seat.
Yay. And for those that are counting, this is our 186th episode. We've done this 186 times.
Wow. Times
getting close.
5 giggities per episode.
Why are y'all still listening? I'm kidding. As there's nobody on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, no, there's a couple people watching right now.
Bro. Hi guys.
Quite a few. They say hello. Everybody says hello.
They're not.
So that's good. So quick announcements. So this Saturday at 10 p.m. you'll see our lovely faces again, Chris, Ian, plus the Cosmic Reads of Will and Alondo and myself for an epic 1-hour showdown of Water Fortune on not this channel but Malcure Talks.
When are we doing that again?
That's this Saturday at 10 p.m.
This Saturday?
This Saturday. Yeah.
Are Chris and I on a team, or is it every man for himself?
Every man for himself.
Oh, good lord! I'm gonna lose.
But we're doing fun things. Like you can beg the audience to give a donation, and that will get you like a vowel. If you get enough money, like you can, I don't know. We'll do hints and we'll do all sorts of stuff like for donations. So,
Okay.
if you drink out of a boot, you might get an extra bonus points. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
All right.
But from 10 to 11, and it's gonna be fun because like we're actually, I mean, we're not on for the other shows in between, after us, before us, but before us it's Talk Iran Riyadh that's on, and they're good friends of ours. They've been on our podcast before. Good people over there. And then after us is Watchinary with the puppets of The Way to Leave. So hopefully we'll get to derail a little bit of both those shows and jump on early / get off late and
okay,
and have fun. Not really.
so-
Probably kicked off immediately. So, but anyways, it should be fun. We're looking forward to it. So, let's see other news. JordanCon tickets are bought for everyone, so we're all going. Yay! There was much rejoicing.
Yay.
I gotta buy Chanel tickets now. Yay!
Yeah.
Yay.
Get going. And then I don't think they're live, so it's kind of an announcement. I'm on another podcast on just me on Thursday, but I don't think it's live. If it's live, I'll share the link. If it's not live, I'll just share it when it comes out. But it's Cosmere Connections.
Ooh,
So
what's that?
it's a Cosmere. That's the name of the podcast. They do YouTube as well. But yeah, going to be on with them. They have me as a guest covering some chapters from The Hero of Ages, book 3 of Mistborn Era 1. So should be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
should be interesting going on.
I am currently part of the way through. Which one is it?
Wards of Radiance.
Yes, I am finishing up the second section.
Okay.
So
awesome.
I know. Ian
Yeah, I'm going.
Whole book without me, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'm going back and rereading it now, but I'm also reading like 5 of the books at the same time, so it's very, very slow. So I have to read this book, and then I have to read the book for the Cosmere Reads, and then I'm reading my son Percy Jackson and the Olympiads, the first book.
They're coming out with a new TV show.
Yeah, so we're reading Percy Jackson right now, so I'm doing that one. What else am I reading right now? The Words of Radiance, doing that one right now, and The Blade Itself. I'm doing a reread of that, which is the First Law trilogy by Joe Abercrombie.
This is why he doesn't sleep.
Yeah, I don't sleep. Plus, I watch all my YouTube shows, my TV shows, and play computer games. So sleep just happens sometimes. Eventually. I think that's it for announcements. Reading 5 books at once. Just finished another book, Liar's Poker, which, by the way, is fantastic. It's about Wall Street. Yeah, so it's I don't do book reviews about the Wall Street books I read, but it's really interesting. I do enjoy them. It's a pretty.
It's like, are you technically allowed to do?
I
guess you could. There's certain things you couldn't give opinions on.
I can say I read a book. But anyway, that's it for announcements. Personal life. So we had Turkey Day. I ate a whole lot. It was delicious. And then I went to a coma for the next few days. We decorated our house for Christmas. I got all the Christmas trees up. Got the live one over there. Then we have a fake one. And all 3 of the kids' rooms, they all have the little Christmas tree. And then we have a big fake Christmas tree too. And we have another fake Christmas tree in the garage that I tried to get my wife to put that one up too. But no. That trees in our house right now. And I'm, for the first time ever, like super the Christmas spirit. I don't know why, because I'm always at the ball humbug type guy. but I've been like, play Christmas music and let's have fun with it this season. So it's been I've been very Christmassy.
Is your wife?
My wife is looking at me, laughing at me right now in the corner. So I'm telling myself. So, anyways, yeah. So I'm taking a page off of Chris's book and getting into Christmas.
It's the vasectomy.
It.
Are you lactating, Alan?
I became a eunuch. Oh, that's too good. All right. How about you guys? What's going on?
Yeah, things good. Thanksgiving was good. I made a good turkey. People said I have to make it from now on, which is not going to happen.
Did the microwave recipe work?
Yeah. No, I tried like making it look super ugly when I was prepping it.
Did you share that picture with everybody on Discord?
Oh, I don't think I did. But I made it look as janky as possible just to mess with my mom. But then I fixed it up and threw it in the oven, and it was like the best turkey ever. But anyways, it just reminded me that I never want to invite family over ever for the holidays ever. Yeah. So then they're like, we should do this again. And I'm like, I don't like that you're touching my stuff.
Did they compliment you on your furniture?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did.
They did?
No.
No.
Not at all.
No, sorry. I kid. It was good having them
here.
Somehow my little 2-bedroom condo, we fit 12 people in here.
Okay.
It's good. Yeah.
Cool.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right.
What do we do? Well, we went to Chanel's second cousin's house. So the lady that married us, Bishop O'Neill, who runs Konania Church in Greenville, North Carolina. It's a huge church. She just finished a very nice home that's going to be used for herself and the church. So we got to go there and visit and hang out and eat a ton of food and get sick and throw it all up and eat more food. Sorry, that was too much for y'all, but that's what we do. Eat till you burst and then burst again.
Yeah, and eat some more.
And then like you can see kind of background over my head there. There's Christmas stuff up.
Oh yeah, I see some Christmas stuff going up. All right. Fun
this
times.
room that I'm in will not get Christmas stuff, but all the rest of the rooms have Christmas items. So yeah.
Okay. Very, very cool.
Let me close the door. We got Chanel. I know I said it last time. Got Hogwarts Legacy. Or no, nice. Maybe I didn't say that last time because she got it. Maybe I mentioned it. Well, she's like a quarter of the way of the game through, and it's like has all of her attention. So it's very loud. Hold on.
Okay. I mean, it can't be any worse than Ian, like kids last week, like yelling, playing Fortnite in the background. It was great. I loved it. But I was going back editing the podcast. I was like, I didn't realize it was that much. It was a lot.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Every now and then I'd remember and I'd mute myself, but also I'm in it for the listeners out there. I'm in a small space right now. It's not as small as the boat, but when the boys are here, it's either they have to be silent for 2 hours, which is not going to happen.
Dude, don't worry about it.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Remember, our first episode was full of dog squeaky toy noises. So, like, that's kind of our shtick
recorded,
to have
we recorded on our cell phones, and it was and we had audio drift and all sorts of other crap.
Yeah, the problem now is my mic is too good, and it picked them up across the room.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, and actually, I'm getting a new computer, so that's fun. I'm not sure when it's coming, but so I'll have higher quality stuff. I'm not sure what it means for podcast, but sure. Yeah. I know Chris just started watching The Expanse, but he's not even the good parts yet. So yeah, so I'm just gonna talk to him. Yeah, so we'll have to. I said, Chris, you just started watching The Expanse, but you're not into the good parts yet, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh no, it is good though. Like we saw the one.
You're still laying groundwork.
The one newbie cop just got like hung up on the wall, and then I'm at the part where like the woman was running his pockets thinking he's dead, and then he's like, and she's like, oh shoot, maybe I should get him some help.
It is only 16 minutes in. We're not even at the 20-minute mark yet. Come on.
I've got to circle back like at least 2 more times before we get rolling.
I think he's excited that I'm doing The Expanse.
Oh, is that it? I didn't know if you said let's go to the podcast or you decided that let's go. We're doing Expanse. I'm not
Let's
sure.
go.
It could be
Let's
either
do this
way.
podcast. Come on,
it could
come
be
on.
taken either way. I don't know.
He's like
Expanse is
both.
fun. Yeah, both.
Even
Anyway.
Chanel's like, "Oh my god, we have to keep going." I'm like, "But I have to do the podcast." She's like,
"That's good."
Oh, neither one of y'all have watched it all the way through?
No.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna love
This is
it.
my first time watching it. Period.
Oh, I'm excited for you guys.
Yeah,
It's very good.
So good. All right, so don't answer this week, but next week you need to come with a full response ready about who your favorite character is and why is it Amos. And that's
I have a rebuttal, but I will wait till he catches up.
All right, so without further ado, let's get into these chapters. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about this week, guys. So
the end.
Yeah.
Well, the end is the best part.
The end is the best part.
But there's a lot setting up to it. You know, babies, eat well, stay away from the drink, careful.
We'll start from the beginning. Expectations.
Damar,
We're in Teleron.
Siege.
That's where we start. We're in
But I just
Teleron.
finished.
No,
Why are we
we're
starting?
in
I just finished.
We're in Teleron. They're visiting the two rivers.
Okay.
Things have changed, and they're
They
like,
have.
and they're like, I don't know how I feel about this. It's been Nethrin flag. You know,
More
Elayne
like
suggests
nothing flag.
nothing. Elayne suggests to Egwene maybe she go back home, and she's like, I'm not ready for that as the Armelin to go home yet. Like that's kind of just.
It would be weird. Like it would be so weird if I came back with the stole on and they saw me with the stole and the people that used to spank me as a child would then have to like
bow down
to me. Too much pressure.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah, it would be.
It would be. It's kind of like I don't
know. When Jesus said a prophet's never recognized in his hometown, man. People loved him everywhere but where he was from.
Huh. Well, yeah, very true.
Yep.
I go back and be like, bow down, bitches.
Well, you are 6'9".
And they do bow. Even if you're not bowing, you look like you're bowing from up this house. Like
I'm not gonna bow. Well, it looks like you are to me, youngling.
Just tie your shoes.
Yep. So, anything from all this, from the conversation between Elayne and Egwene? Anything that you guys wanted to talk about there?
I mean, I guess he let us know that this place is still growing, even with Perrin gone and everything. Like it's still transitioning, bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep.
That is literally it. I heard about changes from Bode Coffin, so I guess it's Matt's whatever, and the other novices from home. So like, there's conversation about the novices and them all coming from home, which is really cool to find out that a lot of the women from the Two Rivers, now the new Manethrin, all possess the power, especially since we know like the greatest woman channeler was there at one point in time. And, the fact that none of them really feel like they need to go home, but all wish that home remains home to them is interesting. But we know like it's already took a quick turn. I mean, they're calling Perrin Lord Perrin. They're building armaments essentially, like they're preparing for battle in their own way.
Did you know that in the English language, there is not a word for the feeling of wanting to go back to something that can never be again? Like wanting to go home, but home's changed so much it cannot be. But in other languages, there actually is a word for that. In Welsh, there's a word for it. Do you know what it is, Ian? You actually taught me this word, and now I'm going to put you on the spot to know you forgot it.
Does it begin with an S?
An H.
H. Oh, Hoglife?
No, Haraith.
Haraith. Ah, dang it. I could almost see it. Yeah. I talk about this often. And Chris, not to pop your bubble. You would probably consider this anyways. Even if nothing about their home changed, they have changed so much that they'll never be able to go home. Not
Agreed.
To what they remembered. They've experienced too much. So, I mean, you amplify that their home itself has changed so much and their experiences have just been wild. Like the they'll be able to reminisce with each other about what home used to be, but they're never going back, even if they physically went to that place.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah. The neighborhood was so alive.
I still say it. The worst slogan the VA could have come up with to say to their vets coming in for services is "Welcome home," because I mean they say they're looking out for our mental health, but that's the one thing a lot of veterans struggle with the most. Is that just reintegrating back into your home life and everything, and there's a welcome home, and it's like fuck you. just take an X-ray of my shoulder and
let me go.
Stop saying that.
Give me my 20%.
Welcome home. That's nice of you. Validate my parking.
When I spent all that time overseas on a boat, I was surprised when I came back to the States, like how easy reentry was. And actually, on the other side of things, how anticlimactic it was. Like I was expecting it to be a whole lot more going through customs and like not so much like a fanfare, I'm back kind of thing, but more of like questioning like all the weird places.
Why did you go to all those places?
Yeah. Why do I have so much gaps in my passport? Because I had like checked out here, didn't check in for another month, kind of another place, and like missing spots. And I was figuring the custom agents would be like red flags everywhere. And I just get through the line, like I'm so nervous handing my passport. He looks down and goes, "Welcome home." It's a passport back. I'm like, that's it. Okay. I'm back in the United States. Cool.
All right.
I guess that's it. You're not going to ask me questions.
He was like, you probably have stories.
He was like, sir, you can put your pants back up. We are not doing a cavity search today. I was like, oh, sorry. I was getting ready.
Puts his wallet back in. It's the only safe space.
I was ready.
Yeah.
Anyways, so also as mentioned, Egwene's really troubled about Rand, with the Aes Sedai, and I guess making them swear, or what her in her mind swear, fealty to her.
Yeah.
Or him.
We just got to see how that plays out. I think all of us are kind of interested to see how the whole Aes Sedai allegiances pan out. They're going to be important.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know how. And there's going to be some infighting, and there's going to be some Black Aja. So yeah, we're all a little cautious there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then Elayne wakes up. So she leaves Teleron Yard. It's already morning when she wakes up.
She has a very very large but small conversation with Egwene and doesn't tell her about bonding Rand.
No.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Does not mention it at all.
Which I thought was really interesting. I'm like, why wouldn't she give her that important piece of information? Like the fact that they're all bonded is very important because then they kind of have an understanding of each other, feelings for each other. They can literally feel where the other is. Like maybe that's part of the reason why not, because there's already this slight level of distrust for Egwene because of her status. And it's almost protection as well.
Yeah, if I was trying to find a positive spin on this, it would be
communication in the Wheel of Time. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
But if I wanted a positive spin, and there's no evidence this is what it was, but if I wanted a positive spin, I'd say she was protecting Egwene from that knowledge. Unless you get to a point where like Egwene must know or absolutely needs to know, protect her from that knowledge because it could blow up on her. It could get her in trouble at some point. So
I think she didn't want to tell Egwene that they took her boo thing.
Yeah,
because at one point,
I feel like that. Right. I feel like that's part of it. Although
I need to find the meme where it's like there's a pie graph and it's like the villain of Wheel of Time, and it has like these little small slivers like Trolloc, Fades, Black Aja, Pat Fane, Ice or Forsaken. Like they're all these little tiny small, and then like the rest of the entire wheel is communication. The true villain of the Wheel of Time. Because communication. Anyway, not in these books. So you're saying anything else from?
No, everybody's kind of agreeing with that same point over in the chat, so it's cool to see that.
Yeah.
So when Elayne leaves up, she gets in the waking world. She awakens Avienda, and is dressed by her maid, Asanda.
Aliana's like, I thought it was a shadow.
Yeah.
Why'd you let me sleep in?
And Elayne thinks about her pregnancy because she's preggers, and yeah.
The fact that Min's already like, you conceived. She's like, but we just had you've conceived. But we just had we copulated 2 days ago, and you've already conceived. She's like, I see many shapes around you that were not around you before. Many shapes. No, she didn't really say that, but that's what I feel. That's how.
Yeah.
She did tell us she's pregnant though,
and she's worried about the safety, I guess, of her and her baby to some degree. At the same time, she doesn't really want guards, so yeah, it's kind of mixed bag. But she's thinking about
she's gonna have like 5 children at one time.
Yeah, she thinks about whether she'll have a boy or girl. She's like, I hope I have a strong boy like Rand, but I also want a girl to secure the throne. Yeah,
she's gonna have one of each. She's gonna have twins.
Okay,
put that out there in the world. Yeah, one and done. That's the way we all want it, right? And then vasectomies, and then
one kid.
No, one pregnancy, 2 kids.
I'd have like 5 or 6 more. If the government didn't get involved in fucking everything up, I'd have like 5 or 6 more.
I feel you.
The government.
The government does what the government does.
The government. So at this point, Captain Millar tells Elayne that Halwyn Nori is waiting for her. We get names of a bunch of people in this chapter, so you're going to learn a bunch of new characters.
No, it's Captain A, Captain B, Captain
C. Guard 1, Guard 2. Got it. So Halwyn Nori enters Elayne's apartments. I guess we're skipping everything. Elayne acts friendly to Millar.
Yeah.
Very friendly to Millar because she's like, everybody thinks I slept with him, so this way nobody thinks the baby belongs to Rand.
All right, so I did make a mental note of this. She thinks she's being clever, but this could be very dangerous.
Oh, 100%. I mean, especially with what we know about Millar.
Oh, well, how about this? Let's say she has the kids. Everybody believes that those kids are his. She dies the next day. Who's running shit now? He is. Or she gets captured and they think it's his kids. Like, why have a douchey McDouchebag, like, let there be rumors that he's the dad? And what an F you to Rand. You think Rand's going to be cool with her intentionally that rumor going around? Well, he shouldn't.
But I mean, they're also protecting.
Let me not talk on subjects like that.
You think Elayne Reckless Tricon is going to survive the fuck?
This Elayne Reckless Tricon. That's a good question. After reading these chapters, it does make you wonder, like, how successful is she really going to be? Like, mommy brain hit her hard real fast.
She's almost trying to be too clever. She's going to outsmart herself.
Yeah. But I mean, so to your point, what if, like, it was smart because she's trying to protect the children and she's trying to protect her secret of traveling. She's trying to protect the fact that she was with Rand. She's got 2 backup mothers because, you know, she's got a sister and a warder. So, you know, all of that goes into play as well. But she just picked the wrong person, and we know that, but she doesn't know that.
Right.
I think she does kind of know that. I mean, I don't think she doesn't know as much as
we do. And she's like, okay, it's better to let the jerk be the father because everybody already assumes it anyway, and nobody's messing with him. So
yeah.
We're gonna let this one.
I mean, I'm not mad at her.
Yeah.
It's just I'm saying some bad things could come of this.
For sure. I'm thinking he's gonna be dead before that happens, but you never know.
So then Nori comes in to give reports. There's a bunch of reports that goes through here. There's 2 prominent bankers that will loan her money. Talks about the sewers, the price of grain,
rats,
the Borderlander armory, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Tells Elayne there's more spies in the palace now.
Rats are breeding as if it were spring. That's bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Elayne's like, just do with the spy the same we do with the others. Keep her on.
And what do we know about rats?
They are the servants of the Dark Lord.
Their eyes at the dark, like ravens. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Hey.
Mm-hmm. Light blinded fool. That's what I'm thinking. See,
in a world of gateways and dream communication,
she really wanted to tell Rand she could.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm gonna handle this by myself. I got a plan.
Maybe so anything from all. There's also rumors of the Ice swearing fealty to Rand and Kyrian. But anything else from this report before Nori leaves and Rhiannon Hartford comes in?
Nothing that really stands out. I mean, again, we're getting the information we already knew. Like, she's got spies in her midst that were loyal to her mom, but not loyal to her. And, loyalty is, is only gained by the amount that you can offer somebody else at this point. So she's got to come up with a plan quick to kind of end all of this. She's waiting on something to be put into her lap.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, Rhiannon comes in with more reports about spies. What?
I said something else to be put into her lap.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I say, more stuff about spies, some delegations of merchants. Like I said, most of this I kind of glaze over because it's
glazable.
It's glazable.
I mean, it's neat.
Yeah.
This moved a little bit quicker than prior chapters, and it's building to a solid point, and we're near the end of the book. So
how's this book going to end? We're going to talk about this?
We're going to be in the middle of a whole bunch of BS. Like, this book, literally, we're already there. I mean, we have less than this because we set to turn some pages. There's no definitive end to this book.
How many chapters we got left?
Is going to happen. I don't even know. How many chapters?
We have 1, 2, 3 episodes after this.
Exactly. What I'm telling you is that this book is going to end just straight up in the middle of a bunch of chaos.
Hey,
there's going to be no resolution.
Okay.
Parents' wifey is still kidnapped right now, right?
Correct.
She's going to still be kidnapped. We're not going to see Loyal. Parents not even going to know she's kidnapped still. We still don't know where Parents at.
Did Loyal ever get married? Is he on his honeymoon?
No, we haven't. No,
we're still trying to catch up.
We haven't seen Loyal in a book.
Yeah, like Loyal's MIA.
Matt's still gonna be held hostage. Like, we're gonna be in the middle of a whole bunch of crap.
Is it too early? Can we start it?
Start what?
Loyal who? He's locked in your basement. I was gonna tell you he's locked in his basement. Don't you remember?
You're right. There are so many more books, and that's the reason why this book is going to end with nothing but problems.
It is.
Period. This is the book that all of you hated. This is the book that everyone hated at the end. 8 chapters means absolutely nothing. This is the book everyone hated.
No. This one.
Why would anybody love this book? Other than the fact that Elayne gets pregnant, which we all are like excited for, but after this many books, it's like, okay, come on.
This one's the worst.
If I were straight reading through them with them all already being released, so I can like read through this real quick and then move on, it probably wouldn't bother me so much. Those of y'all that read this book, and I'm guessing if Crossroads is sketchy, if you read them as they were coming out and you had to wait for another book, I really feel sorry for you.
I'd be hating Jordan. I would be like, you know what? I don't like this person. I don't like this author.
Yeah, you're probably like, I'll give him one more chance. One more book. I'm going to try one more.
So half of this book, it's book we're reading right now, tell it from another perspective. It's the exact same story again.
Well, I don't know how you redo this.
You're about to find out in a few weeks.
It's gonna be told through the perspective of the twin babies that are in Elayne's belly.
Winter's Heart is the worst book. A lot of people say, yeah. Winter's Heart. There's one redeeming quality to Winter's Heart. And I'll leave it at that.
I've been somewhat entertained, but it's very hard to do a show on this.
It is. It's very tough.
Yeah. Like if we were ever at risk of losing listeners, it's now because I just keep rambling.
It has kept me up at nights.
But they got to know that this is hard to talk about. I'll tell you what, if you're any kind of patron level and you want to come and talk about this book or apparently Crossroads of whatever, you just pick a week to come on. We need some help. Help me. Help you.
We do it. Will Takes did. Will Takes did this entire book in 2 episodes. They just read through the whole thing real fast and just did 2 episodes. And they were like, all right, we're done. Move on.
I don't know about that.
Because the book after that is fantastic.
No, we are going to suffer. We said we are on a 6.5-year project. We are on a 6.
We're going to struggle through.
I still like hanging out with y'all on Tuesday night, so that part's okay.
Yeah, the rest of the series, if you make it through Crossroads, the rest of the series is fantastic.
In 3 years, we start talking about Expanse.
I've had a couple people tell me get excited about New Spring. They said you just get fun tidbits and
it's fun. It's a fun read. It's not like oh my god crazy. It's fun.
Right.
It's good.
It's neat. That's what I hear. I could use some neat in my life.
Yeah. Pretty much after Crossroads, the rest of the book, it's not like it builds back up. It's on, like it's good. The rest, you're back to how it felt when you're reading the first books. It's great.
Like a virgin.
Anyway, so where were we in this book? They make a gateway.
No, did they make a gateway or did a gateway get made? And they're like,
Rian made a gateway.
Yeah.
They see Rian making a gateway to check on Morel. She's ready to return with the Borderlander rulers. And Morel rides through the gateway. Elayne and Avienda hurry down to Elayne's sitting room to wait for the procession to come.
All the while, Avienda's like, you need to get more sleep. You need to better care of yourself. They're not even worried about her at this point anymore. They're worried about Rand's children or child.
Them babies.
Or baby.
And these rulers come in. They want to meet with Elayne because they know she has a connection to Rand. And Elayne announces that she'll meet with him immediately. And that's how we end the chapter. Just that the rulers are coming from the Borderlanders. Yes. Lord Pytar. Not Pater, Pytar. Big difference, kids. It's close.
Huge difference.
Huge difference, kids.
You said gorilla, not gur. Go. Huge difference.
I never ever paid attention to that until that meme.
Yep.
Yeah. Anything for this chapter before we move to surprise queens and kings?
No.
All right. Well, here we go. To surprise king queens, chapter 27.
Wait, I've got something.
Okay,
go for it.
So there's a little bit of talk about like Birgitte in her different roles, and while Elayne is being the, heir to the throne of Andor or whatever she is right now, Princess Humpty Scrunch, soon to be queen. Then Birgitte has a role as like head of the guard or something like that, but she's part of like the royal administration. And she seems to not like that part at all.
Right.
But she really likes doing the warder shit. But early on, I felt like she would not like doing the warder shit. But now she really likes the warder stuff. I didn't say what I had to say was important. I'm just saying I thought about that.
I had something else to say.
Yeah.
I wanted to get off the chest.
I had some thoughts.
There's nothing deep there.
I didn't say they're good thoughts, but I had thoughts.
Yeah. I read it and I was like, dang, she all about it's like when they transition to water time, she was like, fuck yeah, let's do this water shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Much more excited about that.
Yeah, she is.
Well, no, so I'll give it to you because she has been combating the idea of being in charge and being in command of the army. She's also been combating the idea that she's like bound as a warder. She's anti-sword, but at the same time, she's all about guarding Elayne. She's all about making sure that the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. She is giving good hard advice and even using her bonding link to like guide Elayne's thoughts through her emotions,
especially in this chapter coming up. Like multiple times you saw that it felt like there were messages being sent to Elayne to help her out.
I felt like there
emotional messages. Yeah,
100%.
Seemed intentional.
And with thousands of years worth of knowledge crammed into one mind, even though she's slowly forgetting some of it, and she even let it slip, like in front of Homeboy. She's like, with all of my experiences and da 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 da, you're da da da. Like I forget the exact quote, but you know, she's openly sharing some things and becoming a little bit more vulnerable with them, and they're able to use her wealth of knowledge to their advantage. So don't dismiss your statement. There's a lot to that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, thanks, Chris. That's what I meant.
So as she walks down with, I mean, Brigitte does call for the full bodyguard to go with them, but Elayne says, "Yeah, only you." So Brigitte and Avienda only.
And Avienda.
Yeah. There's a power play in that. Like she's gonna show up. She's not queen yet.
Yep. So she says she doesn't want to be seen as daughter heir. She wants to be seen as the Aes Sedai with her order.
Yes.
Yeah, and let's be honest, the three of them together, they are formidable.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Like it would take a significant force to overwhelm them.
Like a dragon.
Dragon D's nuts.
He'd be slaying.
So the first place they go to is the Shannara camp. King Isar is there, and I guess they meet with Yokota first, one of the advisors.
Like, I will not let anything happen to you. I swear it on my life.
Yep. And they head over to the tent where it's Isar, Ethanel, Piter, and Tenobia. And everyone's introduced. So you have to remember all these names now. All right, got it? Yep.
Nope.
Yep. Nope. Yeah.
Somebody's gonna finger blast them and kill them all.
Yeah. But no. Why would they finger blast them?
Just
because there's supposedly there's Aes Sedai there. They're just hiding the fact that there's Aes Sedai there.
No, we finger blast because
finger blasting is the best.
I hate that he set us up. Well, set me up. I should take you down with me, Chris.
I was just waiting on it. There have been a few moments where a giggity could have been played or anything.
Yeah.
He probably came up with that like 5 minutes before this episode started. He was like, I'm going to find a way to work this in there. This is the question I'm going to ask. You'll never see it coming.
Sometimes you gotta force it in there a little bit, you know. It's,
all the time.
No. Play it again. Play it again.
That's a giggity moment.
That's what she said.
All right.
I'm doing buttons. So Elayne tells rulers that she knows where Rand are. She knows they're there because of Rand. After the introductions, and wants to know exactly what they want. They said, you know, they marched all this way only to find no one knows where the Dragonborn can be found, and they want to know if Elayne where he is. And they kind of argue, saying, you know, what's he doing down here? The shadows up, you know, the Blight. That's where Shadow Logoth is. That's final battle will be. He needs to be up there fighting.
They're essentially calling him a coward.
Yep. Pretty much.
That's how I gathered it. They're like, the fight is going to happen in the Blight.
They may
why
be
is he down here
saying
dealing
that.
with...
I think they're a little more offended.
I think there's a lot of truth to that. I
Yeah.
agree. Like, you would think that
Like-
the Car would come and try to take them over and merge them together because they've been
Right.
fighting the Blight this whole time. You think that he would care more about their advancements and abilities, but strategically, if they're already doing well enough keeping things like it needs to be, why not get the people that don't have the experience together
They've been prepared for this for generations on top of generations.
Yes.
They've been preparing for this. Let's go get the people.
Everybody else is not. Below. So like you're right. I think emotions did run high because of the fact that he didn't go up there and like do his thing there. So strategery went straight out the window on their parts, and they let the emotions do the talking. Plus, you have some people missing, like the Falcon's father. What is his name?
Bashir.
Uncle Bashir. Yeah. Like they don't have people like Bashir to guide their thought, and there's a little bit of concern for Bashir. So there's a lot of things playing in the movie for them to travel down south and try to figure out what's going on here. So
yeah,
yep. And there's a lot of other things going on as well. I mean, not only are they trying to find Rand, Elayne's also trying to convince them to move south away from Camelin because she fears the Andorians will see them as an invading army. I mean, because there are a ton of troops with them.
But move south, but kind of like they're still closing in. Not really to move away, to move a little closer to help her get people on her side.
To move parallel. It is a big play. It is definitely a masterful move.
It's a risky move.
She is shifting all of her pieces to one side of the board.
She dazed Damar in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And she does eventually get a good agreement from them under one condition, that Zenobia can see her uncle, Davin Bashir, who's with Rand. And Elayne's like, probably go to Mirandy. I think they're down there, maybe. Rand might be in tier, but
I can't promise we'll be there when you get there, but it's a good place to start.
Start looking. Yeah, he's somewhere.
You're kind of heading in the right direction.
But hey, go down there, you might find them.
It'll be their luck if they actually run into him, because Rand have like moved there and not said anything to anybody.
He's in Far Mandarin right now. He's not even.
That doesn't mean anything to Rand. Rand could just.
That's where Rand is right now.
Rand
could be anywhere. Yeah, he could be anywhere. But
Brazil the next. I don't know.
Right, but Fort Manning's not really. I mean, it's not really that close to Lugard and Mirandy, so it's kind of in between tier. Anyway,
I can only assume I missed the long discussion on the benefits of alum deposit.
Oh yeah. Remember, we got the couple of bankers that are excited and moving some gold, back in the whole alum plans.
Oh yeah, it was a very riveting conversation.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen deposits like this since, I don't know.
Whew, riveting stuff.
It's big. The rats are excited about it. The rats are so excited. Ever since we heard about the alum deposits, the rats have been fucking each other left and right. They're all over the place, breeding, just shoot little rabbit or rat babies all over the sewers. I mean, they are alum.
Anyway, another ruler seemed overly exalted to receive the information about Rand being down south, but that's kind of the best Elayne gives them. And Elayne thinks he's in tier, but she's like, just in Mirandy might be close enough.
You'll find some evidence there.
I'll find it eventually. So this meeting kind of ends with everyone kind of agreeing hostilities not to really pick up, and kind of ends on a somewhat neutral note, I guess I would say. It's not necessarily, I'd say, an up note. It's neutral. It's not bad or good.
That's what I could hope for. They're just everybody's taking new actions.
Exactly.
And it's going to work to everybody's benefit in their own mind, one way or the other.
Yep.
I just want to remind you that early on, when we thought the Shaniran folks were beyond reproach, we found out very quickly that they too have been infiltrated by dark friends. And even among these rulers from the Blight borderlands, there could be dark friends. There could be Forsaken influence.
Well, we know we have a dark friend listening in on every conversation Elayne is having at this point now. So there's not a move she can make that he doesn't know some part of. And that's
who's watching the watcher?
That's gonna be the part that really gets Elayne into some stuff. Like if anything else happens by the end of this book, he's gonna turn on Elayne, and it's gonna throw her plans off.
Rand's gonna turn on Elayne?
No. Her other.
Millar.
Her boo thing.
Captain Millar.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Who is a dark friend?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's gonna cause some issues in the next couple of chapters. He should just kidnap Elayne.
Interesting. There you go. All the uses of alum. It fixes dye to cotton and other fabrics.
Pickling and baking powder and fire extinguishers and astringent.
Okay.
Very
so the same thing we use for food, we use for.
So you can put out fires and make pickles with it. Sounds good.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Sounds like fun. So after all this, with only a few hours of daylight left, Elayne, Brigitte, Avienda, they all say goodbye. Travel through the gateway. Elayne weaves another gateway, and they all ride through towards the palace. Elaine's exhausted, about to fall asleep in her saddle. But then they get news that there are 4 armies approaching from the east.
Now Elayne falling asleep, did she get drugged or is she just
exhausted? She was in Teleronriod, which is not real sleep the night before. So
the whole night. Like she got back and it was already morning.
Yeah. So she hasn't really slept.
I get that.
Plus she's
that's how miscarriages happen.
A baby.
Plus she's preggers, which makes, if you know anything about having a wife,
that's why we know there's more than one. Because them things are kicking her backside. It's gonna be 5.
I mean, it's first trimester is not usually that bad, but you still get those spouts where like, I remember my wife. It's different every pregnancy, but just tired all the time.
Yeah,
like kind of all the energy in the world, sleep all day long, and just like out cold. So
yep.
Anyway, so there's 4 armies approaching from the east, 30,000 men. They don't know who's leading them. And Elaine's just really exhausted, but she still limps into defense mode, starts giving out orders. And they start getting guards ready. Yeah. And she thinks to herself, there's no time for sleep. It's time to defend the city. Dun, dun, dun.
Nothing could go wrong.
Nothing can go wrong. Exactly.
Nope, nothing at all.
So,
she's about to get power played by who's that older chick where she couldn't decide if she was on her side or not? Begins with a D.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's about to get outsmarted by her, outflanked.
Yeah,
like she has something to do with it.
Yep. I'm trying to remember.
I think so too. At the same time, it's like, this is gonna work to her advantage because she's mother of Taviran at this point. So,
yeah.
Yep.
It's about to go down. That's all I can say.
Let's see. We get through chapter. What are we on? Chapter 26. I think next week's only 2 chapters. Okay, I'm just trying to get where we are. Yeah, so we have a couple of big moments coming up. Should be fun. Nothing can go wrong, right? No. Anything else from these? Dylan. Yeah, they're referring to Dylan.
That's the
There's
one.
There's going to be a kidnapping.
There's going to be kidnapping.
Yeah, I get a feeling like somebody's going to get swiped.
We've already had the kidnapping in this book. Like every book, there's a kidnapping. But
no, there's going to be more here.
Oh, there's more kidnaps.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of an ongoing thing for Jordan. Like kidnap someone every single book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Rand got kidnapped one book. Gawain's getting kidnapped every other book. It's kind of a thing. Yeah. So anything we missed? I know you said you had some stuff you want to talk about from this.
The action.
Yes. Yeah.
Did we cover the alum deposits?
Yes.
No, not well enough.
I feel like I would have remembered being that excited. There's
What
loan
action
deposits.
did we miss?
All of it.
Oh, because there wasn't any.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, that's what I was going with that. That's what I'm missing. What am I missing from this chapter? Joy. Enjoyment. Entertainment.
The rest of this book is going to be full of action.
No, I'm kidding.
Yep. Elayne's going to get kidnapped. She's going to be trapped by one of the other people that wants to become the ruler. You know, the throne's going to get taken by somebody else.
Yeah. I feel like someone's going to usurp this throne like last second.
Aviendha and Brigitte thrown under the jail and locked away.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the only way you keep them from fighting to the death is somehow lock them up.
Yeah.
It's so weird. We've had chapters that have just been meh before, and we've said it. I'm still entertained in reading these, but I can't tell you what's good about them. I am liking it, though.
I'm enjoying it, but I don't know why.
It's the build up.
You know, and that's a point. I was talking to someone the other day about this. Someone actually at my church that's read the Wheel of Time, and we're talking about these books, the mid-series books, Winter's Heart, Crossroads of Twilight, and just the big S word. People say the slog doesn't exist. And I would argue that the slog doesn't exist on a reread because you get to pick out all the things that it's leading to and all the stuff you don't know yet, that all this stuff builds up towards, so you don't feel it your second time around. Your first time around, it's like, why are we doing all this? And then the second time, it's like not that bad.
Your first time around, you were pissed off because you're reading in the 90s and you knew you had a year before the next book came out.
Yeah.
Every time after that was a reread, and you had the next book waiting there, and you're like, "Oh, I can't wait till I get there."
Yeah, exactly.
You already knew what happened.
Exactly. So, anyways, favorite character. Let's go.
None of them. The unborn children.
The unborn children of Elayne. Okay.
Of Elayne. Or child, whichever it is. Let's
Tall
see here.
Mayonnaise.
If I had to pick a real favorite character, I would have to say it would be between Brigitte and Aviendha for being level-headed. They gave great advice, but they clearly were not happy with the decisions made, but they still both showed great respect and restraint and still offered their sister / bonder as much assistance as possible.
Yeah.
And they even went as far as like carrying her in as she was like falling asleep on her feet. So I'm going to give it to them just for that simple fact.
Okay.
I like Brigitte. I was going to say that. Outside of Brigitte, I don't really know that.
Well, and our Gray sister, she did a good job of assessing the camp, determining there's 200,000 soldiers. Nobody else could do a better count than her. You know, she gathered the facts. She brought them and represented well, and essentially got Elayne exactly what she wanted, which also brings to, you know, your old point of them still having some Taviran abilities. I mean, Elayne literally has Taviran in her now.
Got to, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I give it to Elayne. I want to give it to Elayne just because when the Lord Rulers came up and they're like, you brought a black-eyed eel with you, it's like, that's my sister. Stay up for Aviendha.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that moment. That's nice.
All right, that was nice.
That's a nice little moment.
I'm gonna vote for Rand for not being here. That was a wise choice to not be in these chapters. That was smart. And he read the script and he was like, "Actually, take my name out of these chapters. I ain't doing that."
Yep, exactly. So. Next time we're doing 2 chapters again.
Two.
But they are not Elayne chapters. So
what? Are you sure?
I'm positive.
One of them was like being trapped in a bag. I just knew for sure Elayne was getting.
That's Fael.
Oh, it is Fael.
Alan, look up. Alan clicked the wrong button. Wait, if he's gone, how are we still live? I thought when he left, it canceled it all.
No, sorry. I clicked the button and I did something wrong. So anyway, so it's news in a cloth.
We didn't know.
We noticed. Yeah.
And another plan. And they're Matt's point of view. So this is Matt. We're back with Matt.
Yeah. Had to be.
Oh, poor Matt.
Yeah, back with Matt.
Another plan. Maybe Matt's got one thing figured out. He's like, boom, we're gonna do this. But then that doesn't work out. And he's like, oh no. And Bill Doman's like, I got a plan B. And he's like, dope, let's do it. And that's how they link up.
Bill Doman, I'm telling you. Way to come up. In 8 books, he went from being just like, scavenging the sea to being in bed with the high up. Like, good job for him.
It's that definition of lucky.
Come up.
It's that definition of lucky where it's where preparation meets opportunity. He's always been a badass, but there hasn't been opportunities for him to just do badass shit. And then the opportunity presented itself. Boom.
He's doing it.
Yeah. Yep.
So, anyway.
Hopefully more exciting chapters next week as we get closer to the end of the book. The end of the book tends to be more exciting.
Sure.
Last book was okay.
Sure.
Last book was not.
Chanel's gotten on me now. She's like, I've heard Alan use the word sure quite often. Yeah. She's like, so I know you're sure it's just sarcasm.
Yeah.
Sure.
It could mean yes, could mean no, could be F you, could be leave me alone.
She'll be talking about sure. She'll be like, Chris.
Don't sure.
I've listened to the podcast.
The exception to that. The exception makes the rule. There you go.
Sure.
Anyways. So anything else before we sign off for the night? I mean, we're still early. They wanted us to get on this show. I don't know why. We could talk about personal life for another 5 hours and actually add more content. But instead we get to just sit there and
I'm going to watch more Expanse. Like this is how bad it is. I stopped us in the middle of the episode on purpose. I was like, pause.
That's tough.
You got to get back.
You've not even scratched the surface on the Expanse. You have not even scratched the surface. Y'all coming to JordanCon again? Of course, Dean, Moxley, we all got our tickets. We will be there.
I've already got hotel. I already requested the time off.
Ian has hotel tickets because he's staying in my room again, so I can throw him sandwiches in the morning. It's the best thing in the entire world. I actually bought an extra sandwich last year because Ian wasn't there and threw it at an empty bed. And you sat there and cried a little bit. I cried a little bit.
For my homies.
Shed a tear. Like, it wasn't the same.
I think I even did 3 or 4 nights. I think I'm staying.
Hindsight, I probably should have gone.
Friday through Tuesday.
Okay. Well, hey, it's this year. This year's the year. It's gonna be fun.
Hey, I might be going. I might be going. That I saw.
I might be going to. Actually, I'm not. I am going to 2 cons this year. I'm not willing to announce the other con yet, but I am going to 2 cons this year. I don't expect you guys to go to the other one because that'd be expensive.
Con Air.
No, I guess we can talk about it. I'm going to Valkyrie Con.
You're my hummingbird.
Where's Valkyrie Con?
It is in Prague, Czechoslovakia. In Czech.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, in Prague.
Is that a family trip or I get to leave the kids at home trip?
My wife's coming too because we're making it a European vacation. So we're having a con in the middle of our vacation. So it's just we're going to be going to a bunch of places in Europe. But doing
that's awesome
in the middle. Yeah, so maybe go to Jordan Studios where they film the TV show and all that good stuff. Hopefully, it's yeah.
I mean, if you want us to come, you
guys can come to the con too. I mean,
you have put ads on here, so this is technically a business expense write-off, right?
Yeah,
exactly. Use podcast money to go to all the places.
We can get you a credit card from Truist under the business name, and then we'll just swipe and earn points, and then
file bankruptcy and call it done. Right
there, you go.
Should run up a ton of credit card debt and be like, "Yeah,
we're gonna remove this part from the."
Anyways, so. How we can be found is at thewheelreads.com. Oh, yeah. Also, before I do that, we have a guest next week.
Ooh.
Yeah, I forgot
who that
announce
is.
that. So next week is going to be tomorrow. Next week's the 5th, right? Yeah, right? Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, next week's the 5th. Yeah. So yes, we do have a guest next week. It's going to be from Twitter of Time, Default Rand. So Default Rand, he does that the Rand account on Twitter of Time. He's gonna come join us for an episode. So
then it must be an episode with some interesting stuff because we have a guest.
That's what I'm saying. There's got to be something about to happen.
I just try to spice it up. We didn't have much guests this book. I felt bad. I felt bad inviting people.
Or else it's gonna be.
What book are you on? Winter's Heart. Everybody's like, I think I got. To
Actually,
go
I got that response. I got the response from someone that I asked, and they're just like, "What book are you on?" I think I was like, "Winter's Heart." They're like, "Can I come back for later?"
Yeah, maybe that's fair.
Yeah, fair.
If anybody else wants to join us over the next few, Chanel is the gym. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate it. She's definitely.
Yeah. Oh, you got a junior suite again? Nice. Got the suite. Dean Moxley, the suite. It's Dean Moxley. Yeah, that'll be fun. The backup suite, which is going to be fun.
Chanel is actually the reason why we're coming this year because I was like, I might skip a year. She's like, we also might have a kid the next year, so you should go this year.
Get it in while the getting's good.
So.
Yeah. Also, Default Rain got us a season 2 release date, right? Yeah, he's the one who wrote every single day for I can't remember. I think it was like 1,000 days. It was something crazy. Like since season 1 ended, every single day he posted day 1 of Asking Wheel of Time to release to announce the release date of season 2, and he did it all the way to the point 2 years or whatever. Like how many days it was.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I need to go find Default Rand. Or maybe I don't. It's probably a good reason why.
Yeah, spoilers. Yeah, nah. You don't need to go find profiles on Twitter. Well, we'll get there. Anyways, how you found again is on the website. You guys know it by now, but in case you don't, if you can guess, it's thewillofreads.com. And if you can't find our @ symbols on all social media, it's at the Will of Reads. I know it's really tough to remember, but and our email address is thewillreads@gmail.com. I guess I could actually pay for that. thewillreads at thewillreads.com, but I don't want to pay extra money for it.
Nah.
Yeah. And support us. Buy our merch. Do our Patreon stuff. Yeah. All that fun stuff. And we will be doing a live reaction for our patrons at some point this book. I have promised.
This book?
This book at some point in the next couple of weeks.
So there's got to be some exciting things happening in this book.
So I was gonna say for the last we
have like this many pages left.
All right, we'll do it for the last chapter. You know what? We'll do it for the last chapter.
Is it that good?
I think it's good. Sure.
I don't trust that.
We'll do a live reaction for the last 3 chapters. How about that? We'll be doing that in 2 weeks or something. So pick a date. We're gonna do it. Love you guys. That's all I got for this week. So
until next time.
Peace.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for watching The Wheel Reads.
Until next time.
Okay, bye.
Get your Coast Guard certified life-saving device ready and strapped on.
Where are we going tonight?
What kind of strap on you talking about?